Hi, it's Byron and I'm back with a brand new video. I visited Montego Bay, Jamaica with my family. We stayed at the Montego Bay. Here in Jamaica, it's an all-inclusive, all-adults resort. And let's get right into the video and check out the lobby. And of course, every resort have a gift shop. And I hear you can buy a $13 bag of Cheetos Puffs inside of there. Now, this was one of the main bars that were in the lobby. It was a very large bar. And at the end of that bar was the nightclub. I don't know why they have it tucked away, but it opens up at 11 p.m. and my family definitely enjoyed it every single night that we were there. This is the entertainment area where they would do karaoke, some tribute, some trivia, and all of that good stuff. The parties that they would have at the resort were all in this area right here. And here's a look at that at night. There's a little of the karaoke. And then here's one of the parties that they have on Friday night. This Friday, it was a neon party, but sometimes it alternates with a white party. So if you plan to visit the resort, just kind of ask which one you're going to be at, or bring something neon and bring something white. So on to the sports bar. The sports bar was a 24-hour bar that you could play pool in. There wasn't many other games to play up there, but the pool, I believe, was $1 or less a game. And then they had a lot of bar foods there, like popcorn, nachos. They had some sandwiches like turkey and ham, and I don't know why they had a cheese sandwich, but they did. And then they had hamburgers and some kind of like Jamaican fritters that were there. You don't see them in this video, but they are in the empty container right next to this one there. And that microwave came in handy for many different things because a lot of the food that was served around there was cold. All right, so now we're back on the opposite side of the lobby where the restaurants are. They have 5 on the property, and most of them you have to make a reservation for. Coming up here is the Indian one that's down there. I didn't visit that one on my journey here, but this next one coming up is the Italian restaurant. We did eat there, and I'll give you guys some details about it later in this video. And I would say if you had to make a reservation for a restaurant, I wouldn't eat no later than 8 o'clock. They do offer an 8:30 reservation, but those people are ready to get out of there by 9 o'clock, and it was kind of poor service toward the end of the night. They do have an app to let you know what's going on through the day, and to make the reservation, download it as soon as you get there. Now this is outside the Asian restaurant. And this restaurant you didn't need to make a reservation for. And here's the buffet. And then right down from the buffet was the spa and the gym. I didn't go into the gym to show the equipment, but they did have a decent gym with a lot of weights and a lot of cardio equipment. There were people inside the gym working out. There were quite a few. And then if you wanted to have an instructor guided yoga experience, you could. So then the Ryu place that we stayed at was called the Ryu Party one. And then there they had a splash slide pool. And in a second, you'll get to see me go down the slide. I am on the light green one that's in the middle. Here I come. Bam, there I went. And then some of my family members are about to go down the slide as well. What a splash. So now we're going to go on to the pools. They had about 5 pools here on the property, and this one was where a lot of the mature people hung out. It was a lower speed kind of pool where you just kind of got out and got some sun. There wasn't a lot of music and things happening over here. It's just if you really wanted to relax. And then this pool was where they had some games where you could play chess, you could play ping pong. A lot of the younger people were in this pool. You could hear a lot of the music and things from this area. And then throughout the property, they had these little covered places where you can go out and smoke. They were the designated smoking areas. They were also in between the villas. And then right next to that was the swim up bar. And this was the area where they would have like live bands and things like that. A lot of the activities would go on in this area of the pools. And then if you wanted to play like cornhole and any of the beach activities that they wanted to have on the resort, they had a little beachy area on the resort that you didn't have to go actually to the beach. But I don't know why you wouldn't go to the actual beach, because the beach was right there. It's a beachfront property, and it was only a few steps away to get there. And there was plenty of beach for everybody to spread out and just do your thing. And there was some beach volleyball and a lot of things that were going on. Of course, there are some guys on canoes that are in the water trying to sell you something. They can't come up on the beach because that's the resort property, but they can be in the water. And the sunsets were just beautiful. So then there were 7 villas on the property. And then the hallways were kind of set up like this. A room was kind of like in a little bit of a cove. And then there was an open area in between the villas. And then I just wanted to do this walk because in the daytime, it is a little ways from the main area, but at night, it could be a little dark out there. So you may want to have a partner if you're walking toward the back villas at night. And there's the night view. It's a little darker than what what my video make it appear, but not to scare anyone, but it does get a little dark there. All right, on to the room tour. All right, they did have Coke products there. They didn't have Diet Coke. They had Coca-Cola Zero. And then the beer choice there was their Jamaican Red Stripe. It was everywhere. If you wasn't drinking Red Stripe beer, you wasn't drinking beer. Because there was no other beer to be found. At least I didn't find it. All right, the beds were pretty firm, pretty much tossed and turned every night. Wasn't really sat on the beds. We probably could have asked for a pillow top or something to make the beds a little bit more comfortable, but they were pretty firm, and that was a consensus of everyone. And then in the closet, some extra blankets and pillows, a safe and ironing board, and some robes if you wanted to lounge around. There's some storage over there in the corner. The television pretty much was American cable TV, and then there was some Spanish and Italian channels on there as well, but a lot of the stuff was American that was on the television. And that couch did not let out. There was not a let out bed. On to the patio / balcony. All right, this is one of the restaurants that they took us on the day tour that we took. It was an authentic Jamaican restaurant. My family wanted to try some. So we got there, and one of them got the fried chicken, the jerk chicken, and the jerk pork. And yes, that restaurant was built around that tree. And here's some of the meals. That was the fried chicken, the jerk pork, and then the jerk chicken. And just FYI, fried chicken comes with some kind of sauce. Kentucky Fried Chicken, the waiters over there were rude. The Jamaicans, they rant and rave about Kentucky Fried Chicken being so great. It wasn't really that great, and it pretty much just tastes like what it tastes like at home. I did get the spicy wings, which was cold. This is right outside the resort, maybe 6 minutes away, but I suggest that you take the complimentary service that they have to take you over there. Now we are at the steakhouse. The steakhouse is completely outside. There's no indoor seating. And my aunt and I got the for 2 meal, which had multiple meats on it that we can split and share. Otherwise, you just got one entree. Now onto the Italian place. And all the appetizers were buffet style at most of the restaurants, and then the entree is something that you could order. And that was the beef fillet, the chicken, the lasagna, and the seafood linguine. No one ordered the salmon. Now on to the buffet. This is the breakfast buffet. The breakfast, lunch, and dinner was pretty much the same every day. For breakfast, the egg cheese omelets were my favorite. For lunch, the chicken nuggets, believe it or not, and the french fries, the hamburger, and the nacho and nacho cheese was my favorite. And I pretty much ate the same thing for dinner if we didn't go to a specialty restaurant. So at the buffet, they did have an American station, they had a Mexican station, they had an Italian station, and it had a Jamaican station. So there was plenty to choose from if you wanted to eat it. Now we're here at the Asian restaurant. This was the only restaurant that you didn't need to make a reservation for. And here I would must say that the curry lamb and rice was really good. I did try some of the sushi. I wasn't that impressed. So we did take some tours, and then the first tour was in the Jamaican hillside where we took a bamboo tour, and this was not set up so well. The bamboos, as you can see, were all congested. Trying to get a bamboo to get out of there was a hot little mess, but the scenery itself was good. The river was pretty shallow. Trying to get to there, you did have to walk over these rocks to get out there, and then you had to walk over plenty of bamboos to get to your bamboo. It was a adventure. Some of the wildlife there. So now we're off. We're thinking that we were just going to go a half a mile down this river and a half mile back. And if we didn't want the massage, then that was that. Well, that was not the case. And we stopped by many a little huts that they had alongside of the river that they were trying to sell you coconut water, sell you a drink. They were trying to sell you something the entire time. There were some kids over there jumping off a little rope into the river. At some parts, the river was a little bit deeper than it was at others. And for some of the ladies, they let you take pictures with like the guiding stick and out on the bamboo raft. They really did try to make it an experience for you, but for the most part, people really just wanted to raft down and come back. If you got the stone massage, it was from the knee down. It was complimentary. Some people did get full body massages, and there was fees for that. So when he finally decided that, we told him that we really just wanted to cruise. So most of the time we really did just cruise down the river on the bamboo. And it was very breathtaking then. A lot of the bamboo trees around, that's where they pretty much cut them down and made the bamboo rafts. So this is part of that massage there. And then the water was very shallow at times that they had to pull you. On to the city tour. So this was a tour that we went to that restaurant at, and yeah, the traffic there was a mess. Our tour was at 3 o'clock. They took us to see some $1 million homes and things like that. There wasn't really much to see around the island, but just taking a drive around and see the sites that they did have to show was okay. And then they had a little like block and a half that had like a famous nightclub, 2727, and then a casino. And then, of course, all of the views that they took us to were very nice views, but they also came with a gift shop. And the airport was only like 10 minutes away from our resort. And this was that authentic Jamaican place that we ate at earlier. Then we went on to Sandals, where we did a reggae catamaran tour, and it deported from the Sandals resort property. And if you wanted to stay at Sandals, here's a little bit of what it looked like. And if you took this tour and you wore anything other than water shoes, you had to take those shoes off. They collected them and kept them until the tour was over. And then once we got there, some people snorkeled and swam. They said they were taking you to some kind of island. The island was underwater. It was the coral reef or whatever it is that was down there that the fish were around. That was the island that they drove you to. And believe it or not, up there on land, that was like the public beach and a common area for them to come to, the Jamaicans. It was a sunset tour, so we got the sunset in there. And then we got some drinks and we got the chance to party a little bit on the catamaran. And that guy was flying back. So we were hitting those waves and people were enjoying themselves. And there you go. A little bit of the Sandals Resort at night. And a picture of my wonderful family. What did you guys think of Ryu, Montego Bay, and Montego Bay itself? You know what? Overall, I thought it was great. We were there for 6 days and 5 nights. The trip, all inclusive, all adults only resort. It ran us somewhere around, I think, maybe $1,200 for all of it, including the airfare. We booked through a travel agent. The tours were really good. We booked through Viator, not a sponsor, but I booked with them for many different things, and I'm pretty satisfied with them. Let's say the room was really good. The air conditioner was really cold, which I definitely enjoyed. The beds were firm, and that was just anyway. I tossed and turned most of the nights, but maybe we could have asked for a pillow top. Who knows? The food in the buffet, like I said, is pretty much the same all the time. Um, it was what it was. And then the entertainment was actually pretty good. I didn't go out to the nightclubs and stuff at night. I did was at the neon party for like maybe 5 minutes. I'm not that much of a party goer at night. Give me a daytime party any day, and I enjoy it. But anyway, let me know what you thought of this video, and like, comment, and subscribe if you made it thus far. I'm trying to make it to 500 people by the end of the year. I have many more videos to come. Maybe my next video, I'm gonna try to do it as a vlog. We'll see. But I love for you guys to give me some feedback, and let me know if you went. Let me know if you want to go. Let me know if this video helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good night.